Most founders hit record-breaking months and then immediately break their business because they're trying to chase more. But what if the real secret to getting past 100K month wasn't actually doing more, but just doing less and on purpose? In this video, what I want to do is just want to show you the 3 shifts that help me scale back my business after having my best month ever. And this is on my way to doing $1.2 million a year in business. Okay, so think of it like a race car. After you hit top speed, you don't need more fuel, you just need better handling. So this is the part where most businesses don't show you. After my big month, I didn't double down. I actually slowed down and on intention. And I started time blocking my task, and I'll show you, but my energy, because every blog is designed to protect my clarity as I'm growing my business. And it's not about productivity hacks. It's not about dopamine detoxes or anything like that. And I want to show you that this was here in December. January, we hit our biggest month. And this is not counting another payment software. This was, again, we slowed down on purpose on fulfilling all of our new clients. Then now everything we've implemented after fulfilling all those clients, basically this is middle of the month. What's going to happen is, because we're doing half on Stripe, half on Wave. This is on Wave. At the end of this month, we should be back on here and just moving upwards after that. I'm Gus, and I'm building a $1.2 million a year business. And in this channel, I share what's working with my clients, what I'm actively doing, and things I've done in the past to help other companies scale upwards of $1 million a month. If you want to grow your business, this is what you should do after having a record-breaking month. Again, no dopamine detox, no productivity hacks, just clarity on what to do on the next steps. Because we're entrepreneurs and we're like the worst people out there, because we see something that's working and we kind of hit a miniature ceiling, and then we're instantly trying to get to something else, and it's just shiny object after shiny object. So this is exactly what I did. First, I start operating from constraints, not capacity. What that means is, basically, rather than asking myself, what else can I add? What new thing can I add? What new fulfillment thing can I add? I just start asking myself, what else can I subtract so I can scale faster with less? And I used to do something that was just a huge to-do list on journals, and I ripped through journals like who knows. Now my journals last way longer because I do it very quick, action list of things that I need to do in a day, rather than just trying to think about what else can I add. And then you end up doing in this loop of busy work rather than productive work. So after having my best month in business, what I did was, okay, I did what I wanted to do. I hit my goal month, perfect. I don't want to keep adding more stuff where work's just going to be unbearable. And then, because I am the owner, I am the founder, I'm literally just being my worst boss ever. And that's not the goal with business. And then number 2 is, this sounds cliche, but it's so true. Clarity is a daily discipline or a quarterly strategy. We just finished Q1. And what you see most of the time is that businesses get to Q1 and they realize they're not on track. And what they do is that they act reactively, not proactively. Clarity has to be something that you work on every single day. So I built a really very simple 5-minute morning habit. It's nothing crazy. You don't have to put your face in ice or anything like that. But basically, I'll ask myself, what is the one move that's going to make the rest easier and everything else irrelevant? So again, like I said, what I do here in my journal and what I do sometimes in my notes here on my Mac, I just lay out the 4 things that are going to grow my business. It's just things I need to work on the business, things I need to do for my clients, content like this one, and then personal. Did I say 5 or 4? It's 4. It's just 4. Then I add the one thing that needs to happen in each and every block to make sure that day is the most productive day ever. Sometimes business takes most of the time. Sometimes client work gets most of the time. So in this month, it was almost all of it. It was just client work, which is fun. And number 3 is, if you don't proactively design your time, you reactively spend it. If it's not on your calendar, it's not important. I'm going to show you how my calendar looks exactly. I was making emotional decisions because I had literally 0 structure. So I time blocked my energy, not just my tasks, not just my calls, because I want to make sure I was being proactive and not reactive. And listen, you don't need another dopamine detox. You don't need another YouTube productivity hack. You don't need another playlist that's going to help you focus. You don't need whatever. Just use what's working already, which is your Google Calendar. If it's not on your calendar, it should not exist. And if it's not on your calendar, then frankly, it's not a high priority. This is how my calendar looks. And before you judge me, starting my day at 8 a.m., I wake up at 7. I'm in Europe. All of my clients right now are on the other side of the world. So this for me, it's like waking up at 4 a.m., so to speak. And I still go to bed at 11:30. So don't judge me. This is my calendar and this is how it looks. I time block when I work for my clients, and I time work when I work on my business. And I also put on my calendar the times when I'm recharging. Recharging could be many different things. Praying, journaling. I do when I wake up, I have coffee, I wake up, I get ready, and I read, and I do deep work blocks. This in the middle is supposed to be lunch, but it's not there. I have dinner, and then I'm in bed by 11, or at least I try. But if it's not on your calendar, then it's not a priority. The other thing I'm going to give you, the other tip, this was before, like I didn't put the specific things I was working on, but for example, on this block, I know because of this specific thing that one of the things I need to work on this deep block is record 2 YouTube videos. It's business. It's content. I need to record 2 YouTube videos, send them to edit, and then just post them. That's how it should look. It should be very specific on the thing that's moving the needle forward. That way you're not being reactive. And if you're getting client messages, you know, and you should be very open and honest with your clients that during these times, it says when you're going to be proactive on Slack or wherever you use for communication. That's pretty much it. The other things I did is, and just other tips I'm going to give you for growing and for like what's working for me right now and for my clients. And again, you don't need 5 offers. You need 1 that's so good. People feel dumb saying no. Just adding more, like I was saying in the beginning, adding more is just a bunch of noise. And you have to protect your time. You have to protect your energy. As cliche as that sounds, focus on the one thing and the one thing only. And that translates to other things like in your journal, what's the one thing in your 4 pillars that's going to move the needle forward? Cool. My business slipped when I stopped chasing more and I started executing less, just better. So what I was doing is focusing on my clients just better rather than constant client acquisition. That's probably going to make my fulfillment break and have very bad reviews. I just focus on my current clients and I focus on delivering the best service ever. And in fact, out of full transparency, just this month, again, we redid our onboarding again based on the learnings and the feedback that we got from our clients, what they like, what they didn't like. We just made it much better. And it's just awesome. But I didn't focus on just more stuff. I was focused on what I currently had. And based on what I currently had with my clients, how I could make it better, not just adding more stuff without just thinking about it. Another thing is now I batch content, my client calls, I have therapy sessions because once I grab this momentum, I just needed rhythm. Rhythm helps with momentum. Okay. You have to keep the flywheel going. And that's essentially how I scaled back to scale up again. And we're seeing good trend. Again, we had to process another payment in Stripe just out of full transparency. Wave was being a pain in the ass. And again, with business, you honestly just need 3 things to help it grow and get to the level to where you want to get to. And again, this is something that I've been working on with clients that are just making 10K a month to those making 500, 400K a month. And it's the same thing all over again. You have to know how to generate attention. You have to know how to monetize that attention, and you have to have the operations behind it. So anywhere in this screen right now, there should be a pop-up, I don't know where, of a video where I literally go in depth. It's like 25 minutes of me going in every single step of the way, showing you all the forms, all the Google Sheets and everything that you need that you can implement to your business now to help it grow and help it scale. For now, I'll see you in the next one.